SwoleBenji here. There is a lot of confusion when it comes to fame earnings, fame earning calculations, combat fame credits, how to earn combat fame credits, and all that stuff. So I'm here today to show you what all that is, how it works. So let's get started, okay? Now, right now, this character has all of his weapons and armor that he is currently wearing at level 99 specialization, okay? So what that means, okay, is that whenever I kill something, I will not earn any fame combat fame credits, which is this number up here, right? This 568382569 number, okay? Which I'll need to copy that down actually, so just a sec. Alright, so first off, let's talk about combat fame credits, okay? Combat fame credits are earned whenever you have maxed out a level in something, and let me just show you real quick. So if I go to the warrior tree, this unlocks all the weapons. I'm currently using an axe, so my axe fighter is level 100, okay? So what that means is that fame earned for the axe fighter will be converted into fame credits. So what that means is with auto respec active, this little check right here, you always want this on unless you're absolutely broke, okay? It will cost you a bit of silver, but what this means is that when I earn fame, 40% of that will convert to a fame credit, which I can spend on any kind of combat ability. I can kill things with an axe and be a spellcaster if I want to. That's what it means. I'm going to show you how that works in just a bit, okay? But it also goes into this here, the specialization. Now, this specialization is level 99, which means I will not earn fame until this hits level 100. So let me just demonstrate now. We are at 382713, okay? So let me just kill a mob real quick. And this applies to your armor masteries too, by the way. So that 382713 should change. There it is. 382857. So the reason it changed is because we have the Hellion jacket here, leather jacket fighter 100, the boots 100, and the helmet 100. But our specialization on all of these are 99, right? So once this hits 100, let's just crank it up to 100 there. And we use combat fame credits to do that. I'll talk about it in a sec. Now, this helmet converts at a 10% rate, right? Whereas the weapons actually convert for a little bit more. So let me show you this. If I wanted to go from level 99 to 100, I hit this little plus sign here. I'm going to spend 513,516 combat fame credits, right? And what that's going to do is it's going to cost. Basically, if I were to grind out mobs, it would take me 1,027,032 fame to do so. Okay, and that mob I just killed gave 180. So I would have to kill thousands of mobs to get this leveled up. Or I can just use the combat fame credits stored on my character from killing other things with a max spec on this instead. So now that I have this at level 100, it also earns combat fame credits, right? Converted at a 40% rate. So real quick, let me just go through and make this all 100 so that we can see how many combat fame credits we get now. I think that's everything. Boots. Let's see, yeah, let's crank that to 100, and there we go. So now, everything we have has this little golden medal, which means they're all level 100. So everything we kill will now convert at the maximum possible combat fame credit rate. We are no longer gaining fame on our items because they're all maxed out. You may say, well, they're not maxed out because they're not level 120, you can keep going. You have to use combat fame credits to go beyond level 100, and it costs silver. That is the only way. You can't just go grind mobs anymore. You have to grind mobs, which convert to combat fame credits, and then you have to spend it through this button here. That's the only way to level this up, okay? But let's see now. We're at 355825, so let's kill another, a giant stag. Now let's watch it go up. 355825. And 356113, okay? So that was what, like 300 something? I'm not sure exactly. Now, if I go to combat, I earned 180 fame. So you would think it would only go up by 180. What about this thing? Okay, let me just kill it real quick. This thing gives 105, but it's going to go up more than 105. Watch. 113,282. Okay, so because it converts at a 1.4 rate, and let me show you again. This tome is worth 10,000 combat fame. So that would mean that it would only go up to, instead of 356, it would go 366, right? But no, it's not. Watch. So 356 and wait for it, 372. So, or actually, that's a 1.6 rate, isn't it? Yeah, it's like a 1.6. So basically, now that I maxed out, I actually earn fame much faster because it's converting at a 1.6 rate, though it does cost me silver. So you can see here, I have 123,977 silver. Let's watch it go down. 123,977. 123,713. So just killing this mob cost me 200 silver, it says, okay? But wait, there's more. You can use a satchel, and this is an 8.3 masterpiece. Not something everyone's going to have, but this will give me an additional 100.01 combat fame at the cost of 1.12 silver. Now, I do want to mention, too, that I do not have premium active because this is the test realm. That would be in another 100% additional combat fame. Now, let me talk about these additions real quick, okay? It's because it's a little weird the way it works. So if I kill this stag, how much does the stags give again? So that gave 180. So with premium, it would be 360, okay? But with the satchel, it wouldn't be 720. No, it would be 360 plus 180, okay? So the satchel gives you 100% here because it's maxed out. It would give you 100, let's ignore that 0.01. It'll give you 100% just like premium does, but it's only based on the regular amount of fame that you would get, if that makes sense. So like when I kill this, without premium, it is 105, but with premium, it is 210. And then with the satchel on and premium, it would be 315, okay? So these things add up to allow you to combat fame faster, and that 315 times 1.6 is another like 150 something, so that would be 450 combat fame. However, remember that you spend the lowest you can spend combat fame, let's just say like this is level 99 again, okay? The lowest you can convert combat fame is a 2-to-1 ratio. So that 450 combat fame we got, assuming we had premium and assuming that we had the satchel on, would be 900 fame worth to spend on a weapon. Now, some people think this is an incorrect way to calculate it. So check this out. It's 513,000 combat fame, but to level it up normally it would be 1 million, right? Some people think this is an inaccurate way to calculate fame earnings because there are offhand weapons, or mostly offhand weapons, that convert at a like 14 times ratio, okay? But because weapons are the one thing on the Destiny board that convert at the lowest possible rate of 1 combat fame credit is 2 fame, that means killing that Moa bird with premium and with the satchel is essentially getting us 950 fame per kill instead of 105, essentially, right? So that is how to properly calculate fame. And again, there's people against this, and they will say this is the excuse. They're going to go to your stats page, and they're going to look at your total fame count, and they think that this is the only thing that you should go by. This total fame count only counts the base amount of fame you get. So when I kill this stag here, and it gives me 180, even if I had premium, even if I had the satchel on, it will only count 180 on your stats page. So some people believe that if you're calculating fame per hour, that you should go by that number and not the spendable amount, which is insane to me, okay? It's absolutely bonkers insane, because their excuse is, well, not everyone can have or afford a satchel, not everyone is 100 spec, okay? But my reasoning is that if you are farming an area to try to find out for yourself the maximum possible amount of fame you are earning per hour so that you can figure out how long it will take you to max out something. So let's say I'm not using a Great Axe, but I want to put combat fame into Great Axe, right? And to level Great Axe to 100 with combat fame would cost me 16.9 million combat fame credits, right? Or 33 million fame per hour. So what I would do is try to figure out how much fame per hour can I do doing dungeons, doing open world stuff, and so on and so forth. And then I would go and find the highest number 1, and then I would run that, and then I would spend my combat fame credits on the axe. But furthermore, you have to use combat fame credits to level beyond 100. And to go from 100 to 120 is 50.8 million combat fame credits. So in the end, which is 101 million fame, but you have to use the fame credits anyway. So in the end, calculating your fame based on the earnings, the maximum earnings per hour, and that is with premium, with your satchel on, okay? That is how you calculate it. So let's do it without satchel and kill this guy real quick. He just put me on cooldown, and I'm going to kill a couple animals, but don't worry, they won't be part of the calculation here. Okay? Sorry, I kind of botched this one, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and spin those up, get their fame counts out of the way. We're going to kill this guy, and we're going to calculate the fame credits real quick, okay? You guys ready for this? All right. So he just gave us 15.9 thousand fame. Okay, we're just gonna use that as a baseline, as an example, so you can calculate this too. And this is what it would look like. Okay, 15,900. We're not gonna do the small decimals. You're gonna multiply that by 2 for premium. Okay, then you're gonna add 15,900, and then you're gonna do times 1.6, and that is how much fame that mob actually gave us. Because if it all converts to combat fame credits, and we spend that combat fame credits, then this is the end result, okay? So now we're going to take this number, the 76,320, and 50,800,000 and let's say 40,000 is how much it takes to level from 100 to 120. We're going to divide that by the amount of times, I'm sorry, that's the wrong number. Dang it. I got to do the calculations again because I've already forgot. Okay, so that would be, that is, yeah, times 1.6, no. Dang it, it's 15,900, yeah, plus 15,900 times 1.6, get that number, 50,840,000, that's still level 100 to 120, divided by, it didn't copy! Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. We're gonna say it's 79,000, and that's all I remember, right? 50,840,000, okay, we're gonna divide that by 79,000, so we would have to kill, that's not correct. No. I think I screwed it up somewhere, but yeah, that's not correct at all. Okay, this is the actual calculation. I forgot a 0, but basically we would have to kill 643.5 of these guys wearing the well, technically wearing the satchel, having premium on, and being at maximum spec in order to level from 100 to 120, okay? And I know that sounds either that's not a lot of monsters or that's too many monsters, but that's the truth of it. My bad, didn't carry a 0. It's fine, but we got it this time, 50,840,000. I left out a 0 in the other one. Whatever, it happens, okay, guys? But the point is, that's how, that's not it. We don't want that screen up. The point, I didn't mean to attack this. I was just clicking on the screen to make it the active window. I'm sorry. It's okay. But the point is, that's how you calculate combat fame credits. That's what combat fame credits are. You take them, and then you spend them on whatever you want. In this case, I'm on the test realm, so now we could like I have 563 million, yeah, combat fame credits because it's the test realm. So the level to 120, we pay the fee. Ta-da! Now we have more power. Now we deal more damage. We got a nice little medal there. And all we have to do is kill mobs over and over and over and over again. I have another video out on the channel that explains how leveling to 120 or leveling your entire weapons tree to 100, because, like, say I was a great axe user, which I am in the live server, and I wanted more power. If I level up all these other axes to 100, it will give me more power. But how much power would it give me? Well, you'll have to watch that other video to find out, okay? This is just a primer on how fame works, how combat fame works, okay? Now, if everything is, this is pretty obvious for most people that have played more than a few days, but if everything you're wearing is not level 100 and you get 180 fame, then you get 180 fame into the weapon, 180 fame into the boots, 180 fame into the jacket, and 180 fame into the scholar's cowl. That's just how it works, and I'll show you what that looks like. So let's make this level 99 real quick. Okay, there we go, level 99. Now I want to track it, so now it's on the screen. So let's kill this thing. And right now, it just gave me 180 fame, and then you can see here on the boots, progression, 180 out of 1,027,000, right? So, there you go, okay? Regular fame doesn't convert at a higher rate. Only combat fame credits does. So what this means, okay, is if you're leveling, everyone's going to be spending combat fame credits on weapons, because everything else levels too darn fast. Maybe a little bit on armors if you're crazy, but it's almost always goes into weapons. But let's find an offhand real quick, like this book, okay? At level 99 to 100 on the book, it's only like 250,000. But the combat fame credits converts at a much higher rate, so you only spend like 25,000 combat fame. So what you want to do is you want to max out your main armor set and your main weapon to use for grinding, and no, it is not more efficient to use the weapon that you want to level up to manually grind. It is absolutely not. You want to get one set to 100 that is your speed running, speed clearing, murder as many mobs as possible set, and then with that, you want to go farm fame credits. Yes, it does cost silver, but by then you should have your silver burdens fixed, okay? So I would grab a bunch of mobs, and then I would just turn them into dust, okay? And I have plenty of videos on my channel to show you the best ways to do this. And because I don't have 100 spec, I am getting a little beat up, but that's okay, because I have the right armor set up, and I have the right weapons. See, I was able to take that out. Remember, these armors are, I mean, yeah, they're 8.3, sure, but they have no spec at all on them, so I did take a little bit of damage. And then the silver that you would get from killing these mobs more than make up for the cost of the satchel and your combat fame credits. Anyway, but this video is getting a little too long, so I'm SwoleBenji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro, stay swole. There you go. Now you know. Tell your friends. Take care. See you tomorrow.